Oh shit. Here we go again.
Right now.
She's not back yet?
You
You mind if we take a look in her bedroom?
Has she ever disappeared before?
She's to leave without permission. She doesn't not text me when I text her.
What does she normally take with her when she leaves?
Book bag,
Her phone?
phone.
Bro.
Friend's not in here.
Ain't nobody leaving their phone at home.
Just gonna talk to you at that farm around. Arguing here last night, or I mean, the night before, or anything.
Man, whatever they say he did, he
This
did
room
it,
we're
bro.
going around, people telling us that
Bro.
she's afraid to come home.
This is the moment Andy McCauley realized police were on his trail. Just hours earlier, his girlfriend's daughter, Riley Crossman, suddenly went
Girlfriend's
radio
daughter?
silent, and police were quickly called to come and investigate.
They say his girlfriend daughter was scared to
First
come
glance,
home.
it looked just like a messy teenager's bedroom with nothing out of the ordinary. But as the officers
I ain't gonna lie, that
scanned through the
fucking
car,
room. Wait, bro, hold on, wait. That room is fucking, and that's her
come and
room?
investigate.
Like, she ain't even got no fucking, she at least could have threw this bitch away and bought a fucking air mattress. Like, what is this? Why the fuck, it did, bro, that's sick as fuck. Like, it look like it's all bugs and bed bugs and all type of diseases walking around this motherfucker,
It
bro.
looked just like a messy teenager's bedroom
That
with
shit
nothing out of the
nasty as
ordinary.
hell.
But as the officers
It don't even look like he got no air coming through that bitch.
unsettling details began to emerge.
The bathroom, the cleanest thing. I would have slept in that bitch in the tub.
They would find items that a teenager might typically take if they were planning to run away. But as they begin to look even more, they start to notice blood. Blood was on her sheet, and more was found on her
man.
comforter. The cops were now certain that foul play had occurred, and something terrible happened to Riley. As they try to
Definitely.
piece together the puzzle, police find themselves entangled in one man's web of deceptions and twisted lies, all crafted to conceal his one single disturbing secret.
That is
On May
fucking insane, bro.
2019, dispatchers received a call from a concerned woman reporting the disappearance of her 15-year-old daughter, Riley Crossman. As officers arrive at the scene, they come into contact with the caller, Chantel Oakley, and her
I ain't gonna lie though, bro. Like, every time I seen the video, bro, and the first, like, the nigga that called the police or some shit that be at the scene, bro, and they outside with no fucking socks and shoes on, bro, it be the niggas that did this weird shit, bro. Like, every time it's a nigga with no socks and shoes on outside and some on rocks and shit. Like, why the fuck you ain't got no socks on at least, bro? Like,
friend, Andy
niggas be
McCauley.
weird, bro.
Oh, man.
Like, he definitely did that shit.
Any word?
Man, they definitely some smokers. That's fucking
Take a
wild.
look in her bedroom?
Like, anybody shouldn't have kids, gang, cause like, you could just tell, like, the outside of their house, like, going inside they shit finna be even worse. Cause like, bro, look at this, like, they don't even give a fuck to throw the trash away, gang.
Has she ever disappeared before?
She's to leave without permission. She doesn't not text me.
And
when I
then
text
she,
her.
bro, that room is fucking, that house is fucking,
And I don't remember
I know that shit fucking stink, bro. That shit making my stomach hurt.
In here digging and looking to see if there was a note or anything like that.
According to Riley's mother, this was unlike her, and she wasn't one to run off without telling anyone. A quick search of her room revealed that her belongings were untouched, except her bed, which was covered in bloodstains. This was highly suspicious, so officers
Crazy,
quickly
bro.
took a sample and sent it off for DNA testing. But for now, officers need to gather as much information as possible from people who last saw Riley, so they decide to question.
But I'm surprised the house ain't more dirty than this, cause that room is insane, bro.
And sent it off for DNA testing. But for now,
Like, I thought this bitch was gonna be cluttered. Like, it's still like, I thought it was gonna be no open space in this shit, bro. Like,
to gather as much
actually surprisingly decent, bro.
information as possible from people who
that
last
shit.
saw Riley, so they decide to question Andy about his whereabouts that day.
Just gonna talk to you at that farm around. Arguing here
Man,
last
don't
night.
let this nigga lie to you,
Or
bro.
anything. Any reason she would leave? No. Okay. This room we're going around, people telling us that she's afraid to come home. I don't know if that's, well, you know how people go sometimes, but that was nothing like that. Okay. So she wouldn't have to be her. I mean, they're right. They ain't like that. It's never like that. This is nothing.
Oh yeah, he cap.
Home.
He look nervous.
She's at work. No, you. They said that she got an argument with you and they didn't want to come home. No.
She was you can ask your grandma, she was here doing dishes and everything. Grandma was
Doing
here at
dishes?
7:30.
Okay.
Ain't no fucking dishes done in that fucking house. Stop lying.
Last time you saw her
Like 9, maybe 10ish.
at night,
Yeah.
and what context was that?
Oh, she was here in the house. She went to bed probably. Well, I don't know what time she went to bed, but she was. All the kids were in the room by like 9:30.
Did she leave in the morning?
No, I left 4. I got up 4 o'clock in the morning. Left 5.
Okay.
Go to work.
According to family and friends,
Whole time he ain't even got no job.
Andy was never an early riser. In fact, when police interviewed one of his colleagues, Johnny,
man.
he stated that he had to go to his house and repeatedly call him to wake him up. But on this
That is
particular day,
insane.
things were different.
I'll call him and see if he's up.
So that morning, do you remember if you called him or he called you?
Wednesday morning. I want to say he called.
But this was not the only strange thing about Andy that day. He also told police that he was at work all day, and when cops interviewed another one of his colleagues to verify his alibi, they found out that Andy had left work and was gone for nearly 5 hours.
And he gets back at roughly,
It's probably 2:45.
so
he was going a while.
four.
That's
5
crazy.
hours.
Because of this, detectives now know that Andy hasn't been
bro.
completely honest with them so far. At least
Nah,
about
you
staying
already
dead.
cooked,
This is
gang.
very
You already
red flag.
lying in these
And it
niggas'
means that
faces.
He's trying to hide something from them. But Andy might
Niggas
not
don't
be
think
the
that
one
cops
hiding
don't really
something,
do their
as officers
fucking
would
job,
find out
bro.
when they decide to look into Riley's boyfriend, Hayden. For the last 8 months, the two reportedly FaceTimed every night. So officers believed that if anyone was in contact with Riley the night before, it would be Hayden.
No,
He
bro,
was
so
soon
that's like
called in
he's a
for an
real
interview
girl.
2 days after Riley went missing.
Can you just tell us when you were last FaceTiming?
I was actually talking to her about the DC trip that I was going on.
And do you know exactly what time?
10:30ish.
On the night of Riley's disappearance, it just so happened that Hayden deleted all his messages with Riley because he did not want his mother seeing them. This is where
Damn.
detectives could tell that Hayden knows something, but
He knows
because of his
something?
mother's defensiveness, he's unable to speak his mind.
I told him before not to delete his messages, but he isn't having it, deleting everything.
What do you know about her mom's lifestyle?
Wait. So wait, hold on. Hold on, gang.
I feel like she just isn't a responsible person. She'll just let her do whatever she wants. They had a dance, and she was wearing this short dress. She let her walk to the school by herself in this short dress. It's at night. Riley had way too much freedom.
Hell no,
This
yeah,
interview
she
was
tweaking.
not too
See, I told you they
fruitful.
was some
It pushed
smokers,
Hayden to come
gang.
forward with a crucial piece of evidence afterwards. A series of disturbing text messages that Riley sent to him the night before she disappeared, saying that Andy was in her room and that she was scared. Immediately, all suspicion was further confirmed around
hell
Andy,
nah.
and officers would later use this information to piece together this dark puzzle.
That
But for
shit
now, finding
crazy.
out Andy's actual whereabouts and what really happened during the 5 hours
I'm saying though, why the fuck he ain't say that shit the first time, bro? Like, why,
was
bro?
missing is
Lock his
crucial
weird
to
ass
the
up too, bro. I
investigation,
don't give a fuck
and
how old
the
he
reason
is.
why Andy would be called in for questioning.
I just talked to Johnny, right? Saw him leaving. Okay. Would you be surprised if you told me something completely different?
Maybe.
Do you not remember leaving that job site and going to Red Hill?
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. We did go to. It did. I'm sorry.
Man, this nigga cap like a motherfucker. He tried to pull that. Oh shit, I forgot, man. Remember when you No, boy, that shit did not work. Yo ass dumb as fuck.
Do you not remember leaving?
Everybody snitching on you, gang. Everything you said was a lot. From you staying at work, from you early bird, and like, gang, yo ass is going to jail for life, gang. They ain't finna play with you.
It did. I'm sorry. We did.
Then he trying to act like he forgot. Like, nigga,
It did a shell.
how the fuck you forget you left work to go somewhere else for 5 hours?
How long were you
You
there?
dumbass. He finna lie.
Today.
Oh, alright.
Were you?
So you forgot. So this nigga say he was at work all day. And he obviously fucking lied. You forgot that you left work to go somewhere else all day?
That house the entire time.
The day somebody got killed or missing again?
Okay. Where were you?
Like, you would know that shit,
Yeah,
bro.
the other house.
Okay.
I went and got some. We went and got some. I went and got some more drugs.
If Andy was off
Fucking
doing
smoking
illegal
scams,
drugs
yeah.
during those 5 missing hours, then that could possibly explain why he didn't initially tell the cops the truth about where he had been all day. But this also could just be his way of trying to distract the police by bringing their attention to something else. At this point, detectives know that Andy is desperate to give them an alternate alibi, and his drug story could possibly be true. So to
Yep,
cross-check,
that's
they
what
would
it
call in
is.
Johnny again. Johnny had a history of drug use, and the two would often do cocaine together, so he can easily
knew they was some
or
fucking
discredit
addicts,
Andy's
bro.
account.
Would you say that there was enough to still do another line each?
Oh yeah.
A couple lines each?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you wouldn't have to. You didn't need any more coke.
No.
So now, Andy's story about going to get more drugs isn't adding up. His colleague had already told the cops that they had more than enough cocaine to get them through the rest of the day. So the reason for detectives pressuring Andy like this is because a record of his movements is crucial for this investigation. Usually law enforcement can just track a suspect's movements using their phone, but in Andy's case, he had supposedly left it at home the day that Riley went missing. Knowing that the more leniency detectives show to Andy, the bolder he would become in giving shady alibis, detectives decide to ramp up the intensity of the conversation, even
boy,
more to
Dad.
make Andy nervous and slip up about his real whereabouts.
The further along this is, whatever happens, and whoever did this to her, the worse off it gets for that person too.
Yes, hope so.
She was probably taken out of that house by somebody.
Yeah, I feel something that she was taken that way, I feel, because she'd be on by now. She wouldn't be her mom.
She was taken from that house, is what I'm saying. She didn't wander off. She didn't pack a bag and take her clothes, take her glasses.
Then this nigga say, yeah, like nigga, you just snitched on yourself, you dumbass.
Someone's gonna go.
Yeah, my name was still in the book bag.
So like I said, if someone's gonna run away or do something, they're gonna make a little bit better effort. Even for a 15-year-old.
I agree.
For a 15-year-old kid, they're gonna at least have the necessities.
Even after explicitly stating
At least
the
a fucking
absurdity of the
phone, like,
situation,
what the
Andy
hell?
seems as calm as ever and won't crack about where he really was. But even in this situation, detectives have one piece of evidence that would cause the pressure to mount on Andy: the texts that Hayden had showed them.
Oh, bro, I forgot about the
Andy's
messages.
behavior changes immediately.
What if I told you her last text to her boyfriend were saying, don't talk, because she still has the FaceTime on? Andy's in here. I'm afraid.
That's what it said.
What if I told
That's
you
just
that?
what he said.
Honestly, that's crazy.
I can put my hand on the Bible and tell you I saw those texts today.
Well, I like to see him because I know probably he is scared of me. I know she is.
Not only that, she said you were in here and she was in her bedroom because the FaceTime was still on.
I was never in her room.
That's not what she's saying.
I don't go in her room.
Andy, I'm not lying to you.
I was not in her room, for one. And for two, the kid's not scared of me.
That's cap.
To be scared of me. I've been there in her life for a year and a half. Taking care of her.
That's not long enough, gang. A year and a half ain't shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Been there in her life for a year and a half.
A year and a half is what the fuck?
We're saying, like I get that, I hear you, but what we're saying is that's what she's saying. So obviously to her, he's afraid of something.
The walls are closing in on Andy quickly, and he's no longer able to keep up with his lies. He
Hell
can't think of
no.
any possible reason why Riley would be afraid of him, or any explanation for why she would have sent her boyfriend those texts.
There's no way. There's no way you can ask your mother. Her mother will tell you that it's not true. There's no
I'm
way.
telling you.
Lock her mother up too then. She lying, bro.
I don't know.
They all
So
fucking
you see where
cap.
that puts us.
Yeah, I understand, but the kid's not scared of me. I don't understand how you guys can say that.
Despite the damning physical evidence, Andy continues to insist that there was no reason that Riley would have been afraid of him. Perhaps he thinks that if he denies this enough times, the cops will simply move on.
That she's not. That's what her mother.
That's what she is saying.
She's saying that's why we're saying that. We don't know what goes on behind closed doors when, you and Chantel are there, or Chantel and Riley are there, or we don't know, okay? But obviously in her
Weird
mind,
shit when him and Riley there. Like,
would
what
you
the
agree
fuck?
that
That
makes
shit
sense?
weird, gang.
So does she have any reason to say that?
No.
Then why would she say that?
Oh no.
At this point, the cops have given Andy an opportunity to come up with any sort of explanation at all, or even a lie. This would have been his chance to point towards something that may have happened in the past, even as simple as a disagreement between the two of them, as a possible reason Riley would have written these things. But Andy is not taking the bait.
Has she been hateful toward you? Does she hate you?
No. She don't hate me. She She loves me.
That's what I'm asking you. I don't know that. Does she argue with you?
No, ever. We have
She ever cuss at you, curse you out? Nothing.
Never, nothing. In a year and a half, nothing.
Okay, so it sounds like to me she does love you so heartedly.
Yes.
Okay, so why would she say that?
I don't know. In a year and a half, we have not had one conflict.
Okay.
Me and the boy, yeah, we have.
Okay, but there's never been anything, like you said, a year and a half or the last several weeks, several months, several days, nothing that's you're like, oh yeah, I forgot
Bro,
about
I'm getting tired of this nigga, bro. He pissing me off, bro.
He wants to do her job. That's what we're doing.
Oh, she'd be mad at me for it, or she'd be upset with me, or scared of me, or anything would be.
He didn't go in that room?
No.
She still had FaceTime on too.
Okay, well, I wasn't in that room.
Yay, she still had FaceTime on. I'm just not thinking about it, bro. They, like, can't they fucking watch that shit? Can't they pull up the FaceTime call and hear that shit?
No.
This is the police we talk about, gang.
Well, I wasn't in that room.
The cops lacked probable cause at this time to arrest Andy, but there is one piece of evidence that is about to change the course of this entire investigation.
Bro, can't they literally, like, crack her phone, gang, get into that bitch, like, pull it onto the computer, gang, and, like, watch the fucking FaceTime video, like a fucking YouTube video?
Around this time that the lab results on that blood sample
and they
finally
finna
return, and
that's
it would
his
be
blood.
an exact match to Andy's DNA. But
crazy.
that's not all. They
Yes.
also learned that the blood they tested was also mixed with saliva. This made the cops suspect that Riley's face may have been forced into the pillow in an attempt to keep her from screaming. This is an important development, but they still haven't located Riley, and they need to find more information about where Andy was during those 5 missing hours.
They finna track his ass.
All of that can be answered in the CCTV footage that captured all of Andy's movements. There were cameras attached to a nearby high school that captured Andy McCauley leaving his work site. That was the starting point of the investigation for the cops. They knew the direction of his travel, including the fact that he was on Route 9. An eyewitness who knew what Andy's vehicle looked like was able to confirm that she saw his truck backed up into the driveway of Riley's home in the middle of the day. Andy killed Riley during the late night or early morning hours, likely to keep her from screaming while he assaulted her. They believe he then hid her body in the bedroom until everyone
Where the
left,
fuck
and
is
then
her mama
returned to the
again?
house when it was empty to pick up her body and dispose of it. Using CCTV footage to guide them, and with the help of police canines trained to pick up Riley's scent, they search a nearby mountainous area. It is there that they tragically find Riley's decomposing body.
Them fucking
left in a
canines be
secluded
getting cool.
This is the outcome that nobody wanted. It marks the turning point in the case. Near where Riley's body is found, there are several unique-looking screws discovered. These are the same screws that were located when the cops had searched Andy's vehicle the day previously. This is even further evidence that solidified the case against him, and 8 days after the discovery of Riley's body, Andy is arrested and charged with her murder. He pleaded not guilty.
And he pleaded not guilty. His ass is goofy.
Andy's defense argued that the prosecution failed to provide a clear motive or definitive cause of death, as the exact cause could not be determined due to the body's decomposition. Despite this, the jury found significant evidence linking McCauley to the crime, such as the presence of drywall mud on Crossman's body, which matched the drywall found in McCauley's truck, and inconsistencies in McCauley's statements about his whereabouts on the day of Crossman's disappearance. The jury deliberated for about 4 hours over the course of 2 days and decided that the monster who murdered Riley was none other than Andy McCauley.
We all know that's
As to the issues, find the defendant, Andrew J. McCauley Jr., as follows. Count 1, murder. Guilty of murder in the first degree.
Finally, justice for Riley had been served. The only thing left was for Andy to be sentenced. The judge presiding over the case sealed his fate by giving him 2 life sentences. He will never.
I ain't gonna lie. Recently, I didn't like seeing a couple videos, bro. Like, a judge has been throwing life sentences like crazy. I seen yesterday, like, a nigga got 21. I think another nigga about to get like 60 something. And then this nigga got 2 of them bitches. They throwing them hoes out, bro.